wasn't cursed.
No, sir.
Who was cursed?
Come on, Canaan.
Canaan was cursed.
Yes.
They say we descend from Ham. Okay? Here's another point. Those who are living in Israel today, what do they call themselves? What type of Jews? Ashkenazi Jews. Henceforth, where the term comes from, right there in Genesis chapter number 10 and verse number 3, Ashkenaz. They descend from the Ashkenaz. But they added the I on the end in modern day time. Now, Ashkenazis, according to the Bible, in verse number 5, are the Isles of what?
Gentiles.
So when people start telling me that the Bible is the white man book, I'm like, why the white man ain't take that out?
All right.
Jesus.
Oh, God, this is going to be...
Why did the white man take that out? Now that we know what an Ashkenazi is, that he's a Gentile, now let's get into some more. Let's deal with some DNA evidence.
The question we've been trying to answer is a question that has
He's
been
an
debated
Ashkenazi
for the
Jew.
past couple of decades, mainly between linguists. That question is the origin of Yiddish language. Now, Yiddish is a language that consists of German, Hebrew, and Slavic elements, written with Aramaic letter, and it has been spoken since the 9th century. The prevailing view is that Yiddish is an old German dialect, where the alternative view is that Yiddish is a Slavic language that used to have Slavic words and grammar, but over time it shaped its Slavic lexicon and adopted German words, while retaining the Slavic grammar. In a sense, Yiddish speakers sounds like Yoda from the Star Wars universe. Yoda's language also consists of words in English, real and made-up one, like Wookiee and Jedi, but the grammar is off. Yiddish also consists of 251 words for just buy and sell, suggesting it was invented by traders. Language, geography, and genetics are all connected. The further I move away from England, the more dissimilar the DNA and languages of the people that I will encounter will become. So if we have a tool that converts genetics into geography or languages, we can find our answer. Fortunately, in 2014, we published the Geographic Population Structure, or GPS tool, that does exactly that. GPS converts DNA information into geography. So to answer the hypothesis of where Yiddish speakers came from, we apply GPS to the genome of Yiddish speakers to find where their DNA is from. Surprisingly, GPS took us to northeastern Turkey. At first we did not understand the results, but when we looked at some old books, we found 4 ancient villages named Ishkenaz, Eskenaz, Ashenaz, and Ashkuz, names that may be derived from the word Ashkenaz. This place resides on a hub of trade networks. This is where Silk Roads and other trade routes converge. We speculated at that time Iranian traders, Iranian Jewish traders flying the Silk Road, moving merchandise from east.
Interesting. He's an Ashkenazi, professor, doctor of genetics, Aaron Elhite. Now, the Jews today in the land of Israel today are Ashkenazis, and they speak Yiddish. They don't speak ancient Hebrew. They speak Yiddish. Okay? So you see, based on their DNA markers of where they come from and what territory and area. Moses didn't speak Yiddish.
No, sir.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Moses spoke Paleo Hebrew.
Yes.
Which means, you see, in today's time, the German mixed with the Hebrew, you see what is called vowel points on the Hebrew. And I don't have it up right now, but I'll add that another time when I come back. The vowel points on the Hebrew is a modern language that has been morphed into different languages. We see the Slavic and all of that. Moses spoke Paleo. The difference between the modern or the Yiddish and the ancient Hebrew, you didn't have vowel points, you had pictographs. Meaning that if Moses was to look at the Hebrew today, he wouldn't understand. He's like, what is this? Because the pictograph depicts animals. And that's how the Hebrew was broken down into certain things that you see, and you would look at that animal and you would base that upon the language and what they were understanding. Even the Egyptians did the same thing. You see a lot of Egyptians, they took the animals and different things of that nature to come up with their language. Henceforth, the reason where they got their language and their understanding from was ancient Sumeria. Okay, a lot of the things that Egypt plagiarized was from ancient Sumeria. Where did they get it from? It came from Nimrod, because the Sumerians descend from Nimrod. And for where Abraham comes from Ur, which is a community or a city of pagans, okay, that came from out of the Nimrod's kingdom. All right, so let's go to the next. This is the Jewish Almanac. This is in their book, their own Jewish Almanac. It says right here, it's in the small writing, but we wrote it up here. It's in Jewish Almanac, 1980 Jewish Almanac, page 3. It says right here. It says at the bottom here. This is the quote right here. It says, strictly speaking, it is incorrect to call an ancient Israelite a Jew.
That's right.
Or to call a contemporary Jew an Israelite or a Hebrew.
That's right.
In their own Jewish Almanac, it tells you that they don't even identify with Moses.
Yes.
That they don't even descend from Moses.
Teach, brother.
That they don't even do any of that. So, how are they the people?
Come on now, bring it.
Jesus. Wow. Wow.
They are not.
How are they the people of the book?
There you go.
Now, this is not saying that they can't have salvation.
That's
right.
right.
We're not excluding that. I want y'all to understand
Amen.
what we're talking about here.
That's right.
Historically, who established? Now, people love to use the 1968 or 1948 prophecy. Oh, this prophesied in the scriptures, but you have to understand other prophecies must coincide with other prophecies.
That's right.
It said when Israel gets back in the land, there will be peace.
That's right. Ain't no peace at all.
It's been worse. It's been war. It's been worse. As a matter of fact, they don't even believe in Hamashiach.
Come on now. You telling the truth.
Matter of fact, I got another video that is too long I couldn't put up here. Well, even the Jewish rabbis, some of their top scholars admit, they say, we don't believe in Genesis.
Right.
We don't believe in the creation story.
Yes.
Wow.
We don't believe in circumcision.
Come on now.
Wow.
It's a social club.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Being a Jew today is a social club.
My God.
The benefits.
That's it.
And who put them in the land? America.
America.
Yes. That's
Britain.
Yes.
All the Europeans,
Yes.
because they descend from those people.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So now we have, today's time, we have our top Christian leaders.
Watch out now.
If you want to be blessed, you got to give to Israel.
Come on now.
That's what they teach
See,
us.
the deception is about this.
Talk about it.
The deception is about this.
Yes.
Everybody want the blessing, but they don't want to go through the hell that Israel going through.
Say it, sir. You gotta
The Bible teaches us that Israel is going to catch hell because of our disobedience.
Yes.
We signed a contract with the Lord.
Yes.
Lord say, Deuteronomy 28, verse 1, he said, blessed are you if you do this.
That's what
You'll
it
be
says.
blessed in the field, you'll be blessed in the blessed. And when you get down to verse 15, say, okay, now let me tell you something.
Wow.
Yeah.
The blessings ain't even hinged upon how much you tithe.
No, sir. No, sir. No. Watch out now.
Now, I'm not teaching against tithing and offerings, but I want you to understand something in your being.
Obedience is always fun. Hallelujah.
He said, if you live the way I told you to live, you're going to be blessed above every nation on earth. I don't have to check my bank account to know that I'm blessed.
That's right. That's right.
Henceforth, the reason why I tell my brothers, I say, listen, all right, I hear y'all, you know, my Hebrew brothers, y'all always talking about the curses of drunk. Yeah, in Israel identified by the curses, but it's another part of that. Israel is also identified by the blessings too.
Yes, that's right.
If you say you're an Israelite, I need to see some blessings.
Yeah, that's right.
I need to see some fruit in your life. I don't need to hear all these curses all the time.
That's right.
The curses identified us, but the blessings do as well.
Come on
All right,
now.
let's keep moving here, all right?